bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hey! Holy crap, we've got people watching already. Huh. Who we got? Ba, 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 ba. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Hey, how about you back? Oh, are you ready for some Pokemon? Because that's what we're going to talk about. My god, Squidge is in! Yes! Possibly my favourite gamer tag in the entire lobby. Oh, Squidge. How's it going, Signsy? The Carlos Signs. Evil EVL Dutchy. I wonder if this is the commentator, because I have no idea who it is. Would not be surprised if I get a party invite from said Dutch. Evil. Evil, evil. Evil, evil. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Uzumaki is in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Artem, G, and Zombie need to pick their cards pretty quickly. Matt's gone live. The actual scenes. Who else do we said have? Probably just bots. Maybe. Potentially. 3 spectators. Why is Radley in here? Science. Why is Radley spectator? I thought no one else can be spectators. I don't know. Come on, Zombie, pick your car. I have 3 invitations. Dutchy and Dutchy. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am in a party with EVL Dutchy, and he's offline. He needs... How's it going? You need to include your audio.
Already done, mate. No worries.
Nice!
How we going, mate?
Cowboys.
How we looking?
Not too shabby.
Alright, mate. I've just finished dinner. Alright? I'm just going to go wash up some dishes and have a quick durry. I'll let you do a little bit of commentating for the qualifying.
Alright, well, we're running late already, so just take your time. I just finished tier 2, so.
Oh shit. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just fucking be washing dishes and then having a diary. I'll be watching this stream though, so I won't be too far away.
Alright. Sounds good. Oh, you might want to make the party join. Invite only. That way nobody can jump in.
Yep. Too easy. Done.
Nice.
Talk to you soon.
Nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. As you heard, we are in the party with Mr. Dutch. There he is. He's just gonna wash up and do some other things and come back for hopefully for the race. Oh, this comms is going to be hilarious. Well, we shall see. Are we finally going? Yes, we are. Get it? We're actually going to be on time, unlike last week, where we were last-minute substitutes. Alright, well, ladies and gentle people, welcome to RaceSpec F1 Esports Tier 1 Global Series, and I am joined by Mr. Dutch, but he's away doing some other things at the moment, so it's just me for the first part of qualifying, then Dutch might be coming back in. And yeah, so it's going to be fantastic after the success of last week where, I don't know, I was talking about Pokemon for 60% of last week's race and everybody loved it. So now we are back for Hungary where I'm probably going to be talking about how I bottled Tier 2. So yeah, gonna be fantastic as we're waiting for some people to ready up. As there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot wait for it to be dry with no weather whatsoever. Just loving these please wait loading screen simulators. Fantastic game this. The scenes. It's overcast here, ladies and gentlemen, but still no rain. So fantastic as we got Sergeant Kamarov into the barrier is in the lobby here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Penny Pete, Zombie, Squidge, my favourite gamer tag in this lobby. Then we got Green Goats 420, Ninja Warrior 281, the Fog 32 where nobody can see either in front or behind. We got Matt, Cool Kyogre, the legendary Pokemon in P9, RSF1, Umaki. If I butchered that, I do apologise again. We got Aussie Gamer, R10G, Orphan Drop, and Paddy Crow. So we got R10G, the first one out there. Fantastic race from this driver last week. It was a Renault 1-2. Cannot remember who actually won it though. I think it might have been Artem. I think. Could be wrong. But we shall see. Sadly, we don't have Groudon in the lobby because nobody changed their gamer tags to it. And that was... I mean, Kyogre is all alone. Just dominating this tier. He needs some competition. Someone change the gamer tag to Groudon, please. So we can have a Pokemon battle on F1 2020. That'll be fantastic. As Penny Pete is coming around the final sector, but R10G will be the first one. Orphan Drop is into the lobby here, ladies and gentlemen. He must have lagged out or something. The strategy here, ladies and gentlemen, is a mediums to hards, but a few drivers electing to run the soft compounded tyres first up, as we have 15.5 minutes remaining. No idea what the championship is. Have not got it up, so this is really professional on my part. I literally just finished tier 2, jumped into this lobby, and yeah, so fantastic. Hopefully, Mr. Dutch has the standings as RTMG goes so far out wide. It is not funny. He must have been validated, surely. He's still going. So we've got some overcast here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And Aussie Gamer coming out on those mediums. Probably just going to do the laps on them, potentially, because you can't qualify on hards anymore. Because nice game. Alright, so RTMG coming around the final, well, second last corner towards the final corner. Gonna open up DRS pretty soon, gets on the traction beautifully, opens up DRS and does a 1:14.8, which would have smashed our pole lap, which, not to boast, but, you know, I got pole in T2. As Penny Pete goes P number 2 with a 16.9. And we have a Red Bull of Aussie Gamer. He's going to do a lap. We got a Merc of Zombie. McLaren of Warrior. Oh, Cool Kyoga has left the session. The actual scenes here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a Williams of Mr. Paddy Crow coming towards the start finishing line. Opens up DRS and does a 16.0. Couple of tenths behind Mr. Artem G. We got a Renault of the Fog 32 and he has invalidated his lap time. We got into the barrier, doing an outlap on a set of mediums. But Green Goats, no, it's not Green Goats. Who's the other AlphaTauri? Actually, that is Green Goats. Okay, well, okay, cool. Green Goats goes purple middle sector. Coming around the second last quarter towards the final corner as RTG pits to finish his first run. Off like sector 3. It's probably the Mercedes coming into the pit lane. Here comes Green Goats, goes to P2 with a 15.4 and 6 tenths behind RTG, and it was actually 1.2 behind is Paddy Crow. So I messed that up already. We have Aussie Gamer coming around the final corner. Hopefully uses this in his YouTube video. I very much doubt it, but he goes into P4. Kyoga has joined in. We've got Zombie into P6. We have Warrior invalidated. Matt's coming out. Into the barriers coming out. And the Fog has invalidated once again. So let's run on board with Into the Barriers other account. Sergeant Kamarov 3146. In his beautiful, majestic Alfa Romeo car. Probably got the Kimi Raikkonen car, potentially. As he would have had first dibs because he is full-time. I believe RTMG is a reserve, as I think someone's just got back into their car. Running aboard with Sergeant Kamarov 3146 through this middle sector chicane. Very nice, a little bit of an oversteer moment. Coming towards the sequence of corners. Oh, very nicely. Oh, oversteer moment. You don't want to be touching those curbs too much. Oh, not a great run there. There's a 54.6 for the middle sector time split coming towards the final couple of corners on these mediums. As Aussie Game is 4 for mediums actually, so I missed that. Oh, Sergeant Kamarov into the barrier has bottled his quali lap. And into the pits he must go. E-I-E-I-O. And unfortunately Matt needs to pull out a worldie of a lap here. I'm expecting him to be on pole position here tonight. If he does not get pole position, I'll be very, very disappointed. And yeah, as the Fog is probably going to come in. Yes, he is. Penny Pete is on an out lap. We got a racing point of Mr. Orphan Drop coming out. So he's going to come in. Squidge is coming or doing a lap as well. Our legendary Pokemon is on an lap here, ladies and gentlemen. So he's back in the lobby, back in his fantastic car, which I drive on a Tuesday night. And I drive a Racing Point on a Sunday night. So, fantastic. So, I'll be cheering on both Racing Point and Haas tonight as I drive for both of them. Yellow flags are happening everywhere. Let's run on board with the legendary Pokemon himself. Coming towards turn number 1, opens up the RS. Oh, there's a car coming. He backs out. Very well done, that zombie. Coming towards turn 1, a little bit of an oversteer. Opens up the RS. Turn 2, very. Oh my god, what are you doing? Turn 3. Oh, he's left the goddamn session. Ah, really? Alright, well, we're right on board with Squidge then, as, yeah, fantastic. Coming towards the middle sector time split. Don't want to be riding those curbs too much there, lad. Don't want to spin yourself out. As RTG goes even quicker with a 14-2-4-3 as Squidge is not doing well here tonight. The track limits on this track is not great, as RSF1 is doing a lap at the moment. As Penny Pete is still into P number 3 with a 15. Green Goat's in the P2 with a 15-4, sorry. Into that, oh, yeah, okay. I just looked at the chat there, lads, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, I think that might be Zombie. No, it's Penny Pete. We have Green Gates doing in that lap, Ninja Warrior doing in that lap, the Fog doing in that lap. It's R10G, got that gear thing. Red Bull, that's Aussie. So RS F1 will be the next person to cross the line. Goes purple, but I think that's purple on his time, I'm pretty sure, even though he hasn't set one. As RS F1 coming towards the final corner. Around he goes, going to open up DRS. He's lost ERS, or he's run out of ERS. Up to the line, it's a 15.5, the actual scenes, and he's only just under a 10th behind Green Goats on soft tyres. So RSF1 looking very, very good here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Squeegee's coming in. Expect Aussie Gamer to be doing a lap. And Zombie is going to come in as well. So the next person to settle up time will be Mr. Green Goats 420. He's actually going to come in. So fantastic. Must have lost a bit of time somewhere. Alright, so Warrior. Ninja Warrior. So this is Ninja's other account coming towards the final corner. I'm surprised Ninja actually plays F1 2020. There's a 15, but he's just under a second behind RTMG. We have I think that might be Matt, yet doing an out lap, and that is it for lap times at the moment. Only Cool Kaga doing out lap and Matt doing a lap. So right on board with Matt is that Matt 039. I think Dutch is back for the final 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm back.
So as I'll run you down the order, we got RTG on provisional pole with a 14.2. Then we got Ninja Warrior, he snuck himself up in the P2. We got Green Goats in P3, RSF1, Usumaki in P4, Penny Pete in P5, Paddy Crows in P7 now. As Aussie Gamer goes up to P2. And Zombie Hunter is in P8 as we go back on board with Is That Matt, and he's invalidated. So fantastic stuff there, Matt.
I think this will be an interesting race to see how many drivers actually get warnings and penalties, just by the way the qualifying is going with their invalidated laps. It might end up influencing the race results at the end, I think.
Well, in Tier 2 it certainly did, as this Broken Reptile won Tier 2 as he had no penalties at all. and everyone else had penalties as well. I think I was the only one to get one penalty the entire race, as the legendary Pokemon has left the session once again. Is Matt, and Matt's doing another lap. So he's saying 0 laps, but I'm pretty sure. Oh no, okay, it's a fresh set. So GG's Matt. Coming towards the first sector time split, does a 27.5. It's okay for now as you're coming towards the deadly curve of death. Gets there, okay, coming towards the middle sector chicane. And Matt's invalidated once again.
Penny picked on a whole lap. He's at the fastest sector one time at the first time. He's coming through the tight right and left-handed chicane. Coming through the middle sector now.
As I'm on board with him right now as well. And Penny Pete is invalidated.
Unlucky.
What are you doing, lads? Mate, we have 9 people watching. We're not in double figures yet, so, you know, there should be no pressure on you. And into the barrier, he's on a hot lap, or he's on an out lap, or mediums. This is the strat you want to be on, as we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. As, Mr. Dutch, as I play the prediction game for another league that I commentate on.
Yep. So
the prediction is, who's your man for pole position here tonight?
Pole position would have to be Artem G71. I commentated a race for Tier 1 Global 2 weeks ago, I think it was, for Austria. And he was just an absolute flyer. Like, you couldn't get any better, to be honest. He barely had any penalties. I think he might have had 1 or 2. And he was just flying. So, Artem's my man.
Well, if you watched last week's race, Artem G had a bit of a moment at Britain. Was fighting very hard back up into the podium positions, but he had a spin coming out of I think it was turn 3 or 4. So it's a bit interesting. He is quick, but he was
and Squidge has hit the curve of death. No, he was on a flyer too.
Well, Sergeant Kamarov into the barrier's other account is coming towards the final corner. We've been on this entire lap. Oh, don't get too close there. The lad opens up DRS. He's still got ERS. He's now run out. There's a 16.5. It's not great. Hopefully he's got enough fuel for another go around, because he needs to go up the order a little bit.
Is that actually
so you're picking
into the barrier?
I don't know. I'm just having fun with it.
Honestly, mate,
As, and we got the legendary Pokemon, Cool Kyogre, just on an out lap. He's still in the lobby, so let's hope and pray that he stays in. Squids is going to do another lap here, ladies and gentlemen. But at least he will have the time on the board. It's not going to be a good time, but it's a time, at least it's a 36.1. So we've got 2 minutes remaining, and Mr. Dutch's pole sitter tonight will be Mr. Artem G71. Let us know who's your man for pole visits tonight. Who's in the comment box? It is Mr. Dutch. That's my commentator tonight. We've got 11 people watching. Oh my god.
We're into the thousands.
Oh dear. Mate, if we have anywhere as close as numbers as we did last week, I'd be ecstatic. The other like Sector 2, the Curb of Death is catching up some people as we on the legendary Pokemon himself, Cool Kyogre. Coming towards turn 3. He's got a wild Is That Man 039 in front of him, needs to get out of the way. He does very smartly. We got a minute and 5 seconds remaining.
Paddy Crow's coming around the final corner now on a flying lap. He does improve on his time. He hits up to 6th in front of Penny Pete.
I think you stayed in P6.
Was he P6 or was he P7?
It was P6, I'm pretty sure. He's down to P7. Squidge My favourite gamer tag in the lobby has moved up into P3. Yellow flag at turn 1. There's 40 seconds remaining. Cool Kyoga has gone purple middle sector, but that's because of his time. Ninja Warrior's off into the distance. As Green Goats has retired from the session. He's probably done in the pit lane, I would assume. As we got 25 seconds, Petty Crow has retired. Here comes Cool Kyoga. It is P2 with a 14.6. RTMG still looking good for pole position as he has retired from this session. So the first one will be Aussie Gamer to set a lap time. Coming through the middle sector corners. RS has retired as well, so the drivers are dropping out now. Coming towards the middle sector, he's down on his time by 2/10, so not looking to improve yet as Kyoga has retired as he's up in the P2 already. Oh dear, there's a McLaren right behind him, and Aussie Gamer has spun it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We have a Penny Pete just gone past a racing point coming towards the second last corner. Don't get onto the power too early. Don't want to light those tyres up. As time is now over here, ladies and gentlemen, Aussie Gamer is into the pit lane. Here comes Penny Pete. He goes up into P9. Zombie, will he improve? P10. The fog, where nobody can see in front. He's in P8. Is that Matt? Is the last driver to set a lap time? Actually, no, Ninja Warrior is. He goes up into P3. Matt is the last person. Kyoga's left again. And it's a P9. Penny P gets his wish and starts P11. Penny Crow starts P10. Oh. Wow, what a qualifying session here, ladies and gentlemen.
An interesting finish. An interesting finish. A lot of changes going through the grid.
As Mr. Dutch's pick, RTMG71 claims pole position by 0.4 of a second from Cool Kyoga. Then we got Ninja Warrior in the P3, Aussie Gamer 275 in P4, but he's on a couple lap old softs, I do believe. Then we got Squidge in P5, Green Goats is in 6, RS is in P7, The Fog is in 8th, Matt is in 9th, Paddy Crow's in P10, and outside we have Penny Pete, Zombie Hunter, Sergeant Kamarov into the barrier in P13 with Orphan Drop, the non-time runner with Sergeant Kamarov, the drunk driver tonight with a whopping 2.3 seconds behind pole position. Oh, wow. Tier 2, pole and second place separated by 0.005 in Tier 2 tonight. I should know because I got pole position.
Ooh, that's a bit close for comfort.
Oh, it was. But in Tier 1, it's 0.4 of a second. So Tier 2, the closer battle for qualifying. Not so much the race, but the qualifying aspect.
Who is your pick to win?
Oh, I was about to ask you the same thing.
Grade 1 second
Usually,
what do you?
well, I play the prediction game with another commentator as well. We play qualifying in the race. So the race now is your race winner and surprise podium. So for me, race winner... Actually, I might need to see who's on what tyre at the back, because this could be interesting. Still in double digits here, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe it. I mean, if you have followed me and it hasn't come up, I really, really appreciate everybody following me on Twitch. Thank you ever so much. As we get ready for the formation lap. Oh, great. The pit stop strategies is up there. So we want tyre. Right, so let's have a look-see. So, Penny Pete, Sergeant Kamarov and Orphan Drop, all on mediums. Zombie Hunter, the only one on hard. So, this could get interesting here with Zombie. He can go a lot longer than these medium drivers.
And he can have the soft tyre at the end as well.
Yeah, but he will have to come in about lap 22, 23. I mean, if there's safety cars, and he can easily do it, but if there's no safety cars, it's going to be a stretch for Zombie. But for race winner, I'm going to say the fog, because it was a Renault 1-2 last week, and I think Renault will be doing that on form once again. Surprise podium. Who is a surprise podium? I mean, I don't know. I don't know half the lobby, so I'm just gonna shout a name. I'm gonna say Matt in P9. Who's your pick?
So I have to go with my main pick from qualifying, Artem, to win the race. I have to do it. He looked pretty strong in qualifying. He looked strong in 2 races ago, and I think he'll take the win away from this one. Surprise podium. I think I'll have to go with Green Goats 420.
Green Goats, he'll be doing a 6 to 3rd challenge as Cookhager cannot take control of his car, so that is not what you want to see here, ladies and gentlemen. As we get ready for 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Artem G gets off to a flying start. Everybody's ghosting at the moment. There's no one behind him. Oh, Warrior's up in the P2, I do believe. Green Gate's looking for a move. Oh, Kyogo's hit the back of Aussie Gamer. This is Siege, Warrior, and Kyogo's hit each other. Oh my god, I need to go back up here and have a look.
I'll stick with the front, mate. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'm on Kyoga at the moment. As Umazaki's left the session. Oh dear. Let's hope he can get back in. Oh, it nearly takes... Oh my god, Aussie Gamer. Oh, a bit of lag is happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Kyoga is AI mode at the moment.
Gringo's going from 6th to 2nd in that first sector.
As Paddy Crow's gotten past RF, and same with Matt as well. Zombie will be the next person to. Hopefully RS can get back into the lobby.
Look at Artem out in front, already pulling out almost a second away from Green Goats in that first lap. He's pulled out 2 seconds actually.
Apparently on my screen we've got Kyoga minus a minute 20 behind, and Aussie Gamers plus minute 22 ahead of Warrior. So fantastic game as always, Codemaster. Oh my god, they're going 3 wide. And Ninja Warrior with the drive gets up into P3. Oh my god! Aussie Gamer's been spun by Cool Kyoga. And I cannot talk at the moment. My throat is killing me at the moment. And Aussie Gamer is down in P9 as Kyoga has left the session once again. As squidges into the lane. And I'm going to let Mr. Dats take over commentary as I get my throat all better.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So Artem, on that second lap, he's pulled out 2 seconds in front of Green Goats, coming through the middle sector now, going into the last. Ninja Warrior holding it down in 3rd. The Fog coming up, chasing behind the legendary Pokemon. Unfortunately, he's left the session. Hopefully he can get back so he can take control of his car again. Matt, right on the back of that Ghost. Sergeant Kamarov actually in 5th, coming all the way from 13th all the way into 5th, doing an outstanding job in this race. Paddy Crow in 9th, Zombie Hunter in 8th on those hard tyres. It will be interesting to see where he ends up finishing up. Aussie Gamer seems to have gained control of his car and he's coming in 9th. Silent Kamarov and Matt going side by side into that 3rd corner. Matt getting it over Sergeant Kamarov, putting himself into 5th. This is going to be an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, I should be okay from now on. Squid's all the way down to P13, which is actually P14, as he is last and desperately needs a safety car to help him out here. Just so he can catch back up, as I still have no more timings, because fantastic Codemasters game. Always a pleasure. Oh dear, oh dear.
It should fix itself up with this lap, so we should be good.
Yeah, yeah. As Matt has a bit of a train behind him, so this could be a slipstream fest, but you don't really want to be behind people in the middle sector. And also, Aussie Gamer in front of his teammate this week. He couldn't get past RS last week, despite being on the quicker tyre, and RS just pulling away on the harder compounds. And RF wants to get past Aussie Gamer, but he's not letting him past. As Zombie Hunter still hasn't got past Cool Kyoga just yet. Ninja Warrior gets a 3-second time penalty. Can Zombie finally get past him?
Ringo just started slowly making inroads onto Artem. Gaining about half a second. Now he's... Oh no, the legendary Pokemon has left the session again.
Oh dear. It was alright last week, but this week internet issues is keeping him out. As the Fog's looking for a move onto Ninja Warrior for P3. And they're going side by side here. It's mediums against softs, and the mediums all Warrior around the outside. Oh my god, they're still going side by side here, ladies and gentlemen. This is great racing between Warrior and the Fog. I suppose Ninja Warrior can see through the fog at the moment and stays ahead of the fog, so they can see clearly.
RSF1 Uzumaki has overtaken Aussie Gamer for 9th position.
Yeah, Aussie Gamer had a bit of an oversteer moment, and I'll be back. I'm just going to get some more water as I run out.
Yeah, no worries,
so
mate.
you can take control.
Too easy. The Fog is still half a second behind Ninja Warrior here. I think this is probably going to be the closest battle at this stage in the race, but he does have a little bit of overtake, but Ninja Warrior has that little bit extra. He also can deploy a little bit more coming off this final corner to defend, but you've got to remember the Fog will have DRS, gets in that slipstream. Going around the outside into the first corner, he just breezes past him, but Ninja Warrior coming back at him. The Fog going for a switchback. I think he hit the inside tyre. Will he go down the inside? He goes down the inside. They are neck and neck again. A little bit of a wheel bang, but Ninja Warrior holds on for 3rd position, taking off away from the Fog. This is going to be a really close one, I think.
As I have rejoined the commentary box. Has Squidge gone past? Is Squidge actually 13th, or is Kyoga's a lap down?
Kyoga's still ghosting. He's in the middle sector behind Penny Pete at the moment.
There's Orphan Drop, he's left the session as well, so he's not in his car yet. As Matt is caught up to the Fog of Warriors, Gringo's into the lane. He might be doing an undercut here on Artem.
Could he be doing a 2-stop as well?
Well, he can do softs to hards.
He's going onto the mediums.
Alright, well he's definitely doing a 2-stop then. And Paddy Crow's in as well. And Paddy Crow's on hards, mediums as well. So he'll be doing a definitely 2-stop. Everybody looking like Zombie will be getting some decent points here tonight.
The Fog just can't seem to get anywhere past Ninja Warrior, but he can stay.
Oh, Matt!
Oh, what happened to Matt?
Oh, he was looking around the outside of the Fog and just could not get it done, as Sergeant Kamarov is just right behind him. And he also is bringing Zombie and RSF1 into the party as well. So we could have a 6-way scrap on here, ladies and gentlemen, for P2 in a moment.
I think the Fog is having so much trouble getting past Ninja Warrior here. He's just eating at his mediums.
The 30 as Artem G's into the lane.
Artem's covering off that Gringo pit. Will he be going on to the mediums?
He's in P10 coming towards the third last corner, towards the final couple of corners. So this is going to be interesting what Artem does. So he's on mediums. Where is Green Goats? Coming on the final corner now as Kyo is coming into the pit lane. Is Artem coming out? He's coming out. Where's Green Goats? There he is. I think Artem is out ahead of him. But I think Green Goats might have gained some time there. Yes, he has. 1.2 behind. We go back up. It's a 6-way scrap on here, ladies and gentlemen, as the Fog has taken the lead. He's overtaken Warrior, so we missed that, so I do apologise. Oh my god, Warrior's into the fence! With some front wing damage for sure, yes it is. He's just going to fall down the pecking order right now. What great camera angles.
He seems to be holding up the pack here. I don't know whether that's a good idea.
Does he have a puncture?
No, no, he doesn't.
He's still going. And RF is the last one to get ahead of him. And Sergeant Kamarov has lost a lot of time to Matt. So Matt can just focus on the Fog. 32. And so far my prediction coming in alright here. The Fog in the lead. Let's have a look, see. Where's RT? He's 12.5 seconds behind the Fog. Around here, you want about 18 seconds. So, as Ninja Warrior's on the hards going to the end. So the Fog will be down the order, but he'll be on fresher rubber on those hards and going to the end with that one stop. So, there's still potential for a safety car, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens throughout this race, as we're only on lap 9 of 35.
Green Goats has lost a lot of time to Artem as well here.
As Kyo gets Ghost Car, he might have taken control of it. He's left the session. Oh dear.
I know that if you leave and then come back and take control, and if you go to look behind, it takes you to a different car and you can't control your car. Like, you can't see where your car's going. So I probably know what he's going through at the moment.
Oh, this is... He's going to be kicking himself, as he should be dominating this tier because he is a legendary Pokemon, but he doesn't have the competition. As RF around the outside of Sergeant Kamarov and into the barrier. Expect that to see it on YouTube pretty soon from into the barrier. What a move from RSF1 Uzumaki. I am so sorry if I keep butchering your name. It's only my second time commentating this tier. I'm still learning the names.
Don't worry, so am I. It's fun.
Matt's still within DRS, but Dirty Yeah is still in that.
Zombie Hunter is up into third place with those hard tyres. He could be on for a good result here.
I thought that was Zombie getting a 3-second time penalty. It was actually Aussie Gamer. Matt's outside of a second now of DRS. He needs to stay within DRS. They keep pulling away. There's a detection point, and he's not going to get it. Lost a bit of time there in the final sector, and so now the Fog can just concentrate ahead and get this win here tonight. As Squidge has finally overtaken his teammate for P12. As RTG's overtaken Penny Pete. Where's Green Goats? There he is. Needs to get a bit of a move on here. RTG has a lot of ERS to play with. I mean, you only need it for the pit straight, really. As RSF1 coming sneakily behind Zombie. Oh my god, that line. You don't want that. That could be potential 2 warnings there for RSF1. Pedals didn't work, no response. Ah, that is unlucky. Oh, he's back as Warrior gets a 3-second time penalty. Matt gets a 3-second time penalty. Jeez. Lads, stay within track limits. Man, I know Rich coming from me. Yellow flag. It's Squidge. Squidge has hit the curb of death once again. And he's down in P13. He'll be spitting chips at the moment.
So
RF looking for him.
there is something interesting I've got to bring up. Artem is on 1 warning and Green Goat is on 1 warning. So they don't actually have any penalties at the moment. That could make the end of this race really interesting to see who gets more penalties, or if they don't get penalties, then Green Goat ends up winning on track. It could happen.
This could be interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. As RTG fighting his way up the field. He's still in P6. He's got his teammate ahead of him, so we might see some team orders apply here. And some, I thought someone was that lone Mercedes, but he's actually not. Penny Pete is in the lobby. RS, does he have like any penalties?
RS,
He hasn't even got a warning. Jeez, I thought for sure he would have had some warnings. Wow, RF getting away with murder here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow. As Zombie's pulled away from RF at the moment. RF didn't use overtake ratings. He's low on it at the moment. So it's going to come down to when the top 5 pit.
Artem is only 8.4 seconds behind the Fog now. So it'll be a bit of a catch-up game for the Fog.
But remember, the Fog has to make one more stop. Same with Artem G. Zombie is probably going to go on the softs if he can last the tyres 10 more laps potentially. Reptile did, Broken Reptile and T2 tonight took the softs from lap 20 to the end. So it can be done, but you got to think about the tyre wear at the end. Like sector 2, it's a McLaren. I think it's Ninja Warrior, and Ninja has spun it, and this is why he doesn't post F1 2020 onto his Twitch channel here, ladies and gentlemen. Ninja will be oh, he spun it again! Oh dear, Ninja.
Team orders have just come in through Alfa Romeo as Camera have let Artem pass on that start-finish straight while getting DRS.
It's all gone wrong for Ninja. The man that's recently re-signed with Twitch. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh wow. That's not what Ninja wants. As Squid just got past Orphan Drop. Once he's only 1 place behind the points here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We can really not count Orphan Drop and Kyoga just as they're both pretty much a lap down anyway. So it's really a 12-car race. As Green Gate's finally catching up to Penny Pete here. Probably just saving ERS and fuel. Oh, Green Gates, that's probably another warning. Oh, around the outside? No. As Matt is into the lane. That's a very early stop there, Matt.
Uzumaki as well is into the lane.
So this could be interesting. Matt, the lone Ferrari driver, so he doesn't have to worry about a teammate. Both on hards going to the end here. Where is Pettigrew? Right there. They're coming out. Pettigrew. It's between Matt and Pettigrew. I think Pettigrew's got them both. Yes, he has. But Matt is going to the end while Pettigrew probably has to make one more pit stop for another set of mediums with about 21 laps to go. Green Gates needs to get a move on if he wants his win here tonight, as Artem G is back up in the podium place. Matt trying to look for a move on Pettigrew. He's quick on these tyres. Oh, jeez, Matt. As we still got some people watching, so thank you ever so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Sunday night. This is going to be something, as the fog is now in.
And so is Penny Pete as well, so that unleashes Green Goats to chase after Arthur now.
But let's see how far he's actually behind Sergeant Kamarov. 6.5 seconds, so... And while, yes, Sergeant Kamarov will be coming in this lap, you would think, he needs to cut that gap down. He is about 8 seconds behind Artem G, so he's lost a lot of time coming through traffic. As the fog's up in the P5 here, he's ahead of Matt, so the overcut has worked on the fog. Matt will be kicking himself for not making the move on Pettigrew sooner. RF moves back up into P8. Not sure what Aussie Gamer is doing, as Kyoga is into the pit lane. As Zombie is actually taking the lead in this race after all of that. And he's going a lot longer. Probably maybe 5 laps minimum. As the one... Okay. That's not right. As Sergeant Kamarov is into the lane. Warrior gets a 3-second time penalty. And onto the hards he goes. And where's he going to come out? Probably as RS looking for me on the Pettigrew. Gets the move done. I think Dutch is still with me, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm here, mate. I'm letting you take control. You're doing well, mate.
Let's see. Is into the barriers out in P8 ahead of Aussie Gamer, and Aussie Gamer will be spitting chips because he's got some pace, but it's not really showing it here this week as Awful Job is coming into the lane.
This battle up front as well, yeah. I was just about to mention that one.
Artem G, 71 on the hunt for Zombie Hunter. Both of these drivers do have to make one more pit stop, as we got about 18 laps remaining. This is going to be some sort of end. It's going to be interesting to see when these two decide to pit. Artem G obviously can go a lot longer. Probably another 5 more laps. And it's going to be interesting what tyre choice Zombie wants to pick, if he wants to go softs or the mediums. As RF is on the back of Matt once again, but we go back on board with Zombie. Oh, RTMG made a bit of a mistake there, get onto the grass. You don't want that there, lad. But he's still pulling away. Obviously the mediums against the hards, the mediums is going to win. But the hards are durable. But for me personally, they were disgusting tonight.
The hard tire.
Yeah, they were horrendous. And Sergeant Kamarov has pulled out a 1.5 second gap on Aussie Gamer. And Aussie Gamer has... It's the same thing as last week. He was lightning quick at the start, then he was nowhere in the middle to end. He just loses all pace. He needs to keep up the pace. I know the hards aren't the greatest tire in the world, but you need to have pace on those hards to compete at the front.
Does it look like we're about to get some rain coming in soon? It is getting a bit overcast.
That is true. I mean, it was overcast in qualifying as well. Nothing happened, but... Ooh, this could be interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Might see some rain. It is very, very overcast. A lot different from Tier 2 where it was sunny. But this could be a Tuesday night Tier 2 Pacific because it rained for the last 2 laps. So it's all going to hinge down to when and if the rain comes down. Aussie Gamer another 3 seconds time penalty. Let's actually look at penalty situation. So RTMG has 2 warnings. So he's on the brink of a penalty. Zombie has 2 penalties and a warning. Green Goats has 2 warnings. He's on the brink of a penalty. The Fog has 1 warning. Matt has, I think, 2 penalties and 2 warnings. RS has nothing. Paddy Crow has 2 warnings on the brink. Into the Barrier has 2 penalties and a warning. Aussie has 2 penalties. Penny Pete has 2 warnings on the brink. Squidge has a penalty and 2 warnings on the brink. And Ninja YOD, he's got 4 penalties as the legendary Pokemon has left the session. Once again, Sergeant Kamarov does get a 3 second time penalty, so I think that's his first. Let's actually double check that. Sergeant Kamarov. Nah, that's his second penalty and another warning to both. Alright, so that's the penalty situation as the Fog is catching up to Green Goats here, ladies and gentlemen. The Fog could be on for a podium spot here tonight. Oh, the Fog loses the back end when he was on the attack. And he loses DRS at the worst possible spot there. He needs to do all that hard work once again as RF is he's still a bit behind Matt. But he's ever so much catching as Matt locks up into turn 1. DRS opens up. As the Fog, it's just over a second. Now it's under. He needs to keep it under a second for that DRS. As RTMG's pulled out a 2.4 second gap on the Zombie. I think Zombie's just chilling. He's just cruising. He's on for a win here tonight. He's got a 10.5 second gap to Green Goats, who's battling with the Fog. Matt's right here, and RSF1 is right there as well. Could be a 4-way scrap on here for the final podium spot. Zombie is staying out as we are going to complete lap 21 to start lap 22. We have 14 racing laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. We might be within some rain. everybody's going to get DRS. So this is going to help out Green Goats here. If Zombie and Artem were to pit, where would they be? They'll be about 6. Because these 4 are now going to DRS train each other. Green Goats is holding up the fog at the moment. Still potential for a safety car at some point, but there's also a hint of rain, but potentially. Matt gets another 3-second time penalty as the fog is made. Oh no, he's still in P4, sorry.
He's still in P4, mate, that's alright. There is a bit of a train coming up now, so we could see some moves behind Green Goats if he keeps on holding up the fog here.
Yeah, it's it's the there's the flicker. It's raining. Wow. The flicker is here.
Artem has made the perfect decision by staying out on his mediums until it starts to rain.
Zombie too. Zombie starting on those hards is now on course to just do the one stop onto the inters. Wow, this is going to be interesting here, ladies and gentlemen.
How many spin outs are we going to see coming into the pit lane because it's so damp on the track now and those slick tyres aren't going to hold on?
See, now, who's got the fastest... Oh, RF. Oh. So who's got the second fastest lap? It's not Kulko, so it'll be the third fastest lap, which is Artem. He'll get the fastest lap point. So, this is going to be interesting now, actually.
I think it might be time to come in because they are losing a little bit of pace coming in.
Artem G
stays out. Is that a wise decision?
No spray is out yet. Do we use a tier 1? I don't think so. Tier 2, yes. Tier 1, I don't think so.
Green Goats is coming into the pits. Matt as well. The fog as well, but he's lost the place out to Matt. Matt's up into 4th.
So the fog has lost it somewhere.
This could be do or die for Green Goats, I think. He could
Penny Crow.
He could end up putting on those intermediates and charging.
Oh, Aussie Gamer is coming in at the worst possible time.
Matt has jumped Green Goats in the pit lane. Unbelievable scenes here, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, can Matt switch those inters on quickly and catch back up to Zombie? 33 seconds. Pit stop around here is about 18. Matt needs to save some fuel as well. DRS is still enabled. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's now disabled. So Matt and all them get a little bit of DRS, which wouldn't do much anyway. So here is the rain now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's the fog is out. Oh, that is a big crash. Is that going to safety car? No, otherwise it would have been called out by now. As Artem G is into the lane. It's a safety car! Oh my god!
Oh, this blows it out. That means Artem will retain the lead.
And Ninja Warrior gets... He gets a lifeline. He stays ahead of Artem G and stays on the lead lap. Zombies up into P2 here, ladies and gentlemen. Starting from outside the 10, starting on those hard competitor tyres has paid off. Would love to know what his tyre wear would have been on. Wow, this has now spiced it up now at the Hungary here at Hungary. And Unfortunately, the fog is the man that has DNF'd. As RTMG is caught back up to the safety car, so Warrior stays on the lead lap, and he'll have a shot potentially at some points. As Squid's is actually up in the P10 now, thanks to the fog DNFing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, who is your money on? The safety car will stay up a couple of laps. Hopefully, Ninja Warrior can catch back up to the pack. Actually, how far is he? He's a minute 53. It's gonna be tough. But at least what's going on for him is that it'll be staying up for another lap. So we had a safety car in T2 and 2 virtuals. We have now 1 safety car and no virtuals just yet. As the top 5 have all caught back up, the next car to catch up will be Paddy Crow. And he's got Cool Kyoga's ghost car in between. Oh dear. This is going to be something. This is going to cause chaos.
Safety car under the wet conditions is very tough because a lot of these drivers aren't running traction control because they're on the wheels, so it's just and Uzumaki left the session.
There's 3 drivers are red Xing, which is RS, Orphan Drop and Cool Kyoga. What a spot for Paddy Crow, which is unfortunately not where you want to be. So there is Warrior coming towards the final corner, and they at the corner of death. So it's 1, 2, 3. I think it's about turn 5. I think, unless I can't count. It's probably turn 5. The curb of death. So hopefully Warrior can catch back up.
It's turn 6, mate. Turn 6.
Turn 6. Okay, so I was 1 corner off.
1 corner off, fake. Yeah, you get that. But it is going to be interesting now because Green Goats doesn't have to worry about Uzumaki behind him. He can just worry about Matt.
Yeah, that is true. Unless RS can get an invite quickly and get back in, because safety car is staying up for another lap. Probably going to wait for Ninja Warrior to come through. And this is going to be very, very difficult for the likes of Paddy Crow. Actually, he's still behind him. I know you can cheese the game by going past them, but it's not worth the risk, really.
As I was saying before people left the session, it's very, very hard to keep your car under control while leaving side to side to keep those tyres warm when you don't run traction control and it's very, very wet on that track.
That is certainly true. As Warrior's going to come across the start-finishing line right now. And he should be able to catch up to the pack on this lap.
What would make this race even more interesting though is if it went on to full wets after this lap.
Ooh.
That would make it really interesting.
I know this is RaceSpec, but I did a league commentary race for another league, RRL, at France, and like it went to Inters. It was a safety car, went to Inters, then another safety car came out, and he could not see anything, and it was wet tires. As Ninja Warrior has come back as also RSF1 is back into his car. So the safety car will be coming in on this lap. Artem G and Zombie with the freshest set of inters. Only by a lap, but still freshest set. As safety car is in this lap. We'll watch this from Zombie Hunter 44's POV. Let's see when Artem G goes. Probably around the final corner is when you want to drop it.
That's where I'd drop it. Especially in the wet.
Oh, the safety car's not in just yet. Or don't. As Matt's actually up in the P3. So, fair play. Oh no! Squids has a 5-second penalty! And there goes Artem G! And it's green flag racing. And Zombie Hunter has lost a lot of time. Squids is into the lane. Probably going to get front wing change. And Ninja Warrior is into the points.
Squidge gets another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh dear, he needs another safety car to happen. But Artem G wants 1.3 the gap already to Zombie Hunter, who he's got is that match 039 right behind him. He's on a podium place here, ladies and gentlemen. Can Green Goats catch back up to Matt in this wet weather? I know some drivers are good in the wet, but the rest of the lobby, I have no idea what everybody's like.
I have seen Green Goats perform in the wet. I'm in another league with him, and I race alongside him as his AlphaTauri teammate. And he's very, very good in the wet, but it's just a matter of whether he doesn't feel that pressure from behind and doesn't worry about Uzumaki that much and has to worry about Matt in front.
Sergeant Kamarov is putting the pressure on Paddy Crow at the moment, who cannot get past, I think it's Orphan Drop. Yes, it is Orphan Drop. .8 seconds the gap between himself and RSF1. He needs to get past Orphan Drop quickly, otherwise he's going to get overtaken quickly. As Green Goats! Oh, no, he's been tagged by RS! No. Oh dear! Oh,
and Green Goats just falls down the order.
I think that might be a racing incident, maybe. Maybe a bit of lag. It's, oh, Aussie Gamer looking for a move on Green Goats. The Red Bulls are not happy with AlphaTauri for some reason.
This is another Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon fight again.
Sergeant Cameron gets a 3-second time pen, looking for a move on Orphan Drop. And Paddy Crow, ladies and gentlemen, is up in the P5, but he's 5 seconds behind RS. And he's now chilling in P4. I think he's only got one penalty, potentially. Matt's got a few, so he's just chilling. Zombie, I know he's pretty decent in the wet, and Artem G, not looking too flash at the moment. Zombie's got 100% ERS, while Artem G has 80%.
I just want to ask the viewers, who do you think your driver of the day is?
Let us know in the chat/comments of when this video does go live on who do you think will be your driver of the day. I'm pretty sure Codemasters will give it to Zombie because of the places gained. But let us know in the chat and comments who's your driver of the day is. So Zombie and Artem, probably the closest battle on track. Actually, Green Goats, Sergeant Kamarov and Paddy Crow, the closest battle at the moment. And Green Goats has dropped. Aussie Game is 1.5 seconds behind. Aussie Gamer not having much pace around here by the looks of it. Again, his second race in a row. I don't know. Maybe he's just not. Yeah, maybe he's just chilling. He's happy with P8 at the moment. I don't know. I know he can do a lot better because I do race him in Pacific. But He's not really performing the last 2 races that I've commentated on. So Paddy Crow having a bit of a train at the moment. Aussie Gamer's gonna join in, and same with Ninja Warrior. Squidge is about 21 seconds behind. So he's on 1 World Championship point. As RTMG's pick up the pace, Jesus Christ. Oh, he's dropped Zombie by a second. It's 1.2 seconds the gap now. As RSF1 is looking for a move on. Is that Matt 039? The battle between Paddy Crow, Sergeant Kamarov, and Green Gate is heating up as into the barrier looking for a move. No. And it might be just... We got some blue skies up there, ladies and gentlemen. But the rain is actually getting... Looks like it's getting a little bit heavy. So could we see some wet weather running? Ah, oh, damn, I wish you could just like go to like a corner or something. As Dutch has found something, potentially. Penny Pete gets a 3-second time penalty.
Adam is seeming to keep that 1 second gap, but it keeps flickering between 1.2 and 1 second at the moment. But it looks like he's got this in the bag, touch wood.
Well, Zombie does have a couple of penalties. RMG's on the brink of one. So it's going to be interesting to see the final race results as we got 4 racing laps to go. This battle for P5, 6 and 7 is really spicing up. P3 and 4 are having a battle of their own. Paddy Crow here in P5 just picking up big points here in that Williams. I don't know if he's actually got a teammate or not. And I'm not sure where Williams are in the constructors as Gringo gets a 3-second time penalty. And my God, it is getting heavy here, ladies and gentlemen. Aussie Gamer is now into this battle for P5. So we've got a 4-car scrap on here at the moment. As Aussie Gamer loses a bit of time. Sergeant Kamarov, a 3-second time penalty again. This is going to be so close. This race will be decided on penalties. As lap 33 is now starting, 3 racing laps to go. Will RTMG hold his nerve and just win this race, or can Zombie pull something out of the bag? What can Matt do? But he's in a battle of his own for P3 at the moment. At worst, he might finish P4 depending on penalties. Sergeant Kamarov falling a bit behind here. Same with Green Gates. He's getting a bit flustered at the moment since that incident with RS F1. This is gonna be... There might be some words after the race, if not already. As now they really sort of just spaced out at the moment. This is the closest battle on track between 6th and 7th. Let's just do one last penalty check. So RTMG has 2 warnings still. Zombie has 2 penalties, 2 warnings. Matt has 2 penalties and a warning. RS he's got nothing, so he's on for P2 at the moment. Paddy Crow has 2 warnings, so he's on the brink. Sergeant Kamarov has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of penalties, plus a 5-second time penalty. Green Goats has, I think, only 1. Yes, 1 penalty. Aussie has 1, 2, 2 penalties, 2 warnings on the brink. Warrior has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 penalties and a warning. Squidge has a penalty. 4 penalties, I should say. And Penny Pete has 1, 2 penalties. As Orphan Drop and Cool Koga were disconnected from the lobby at the start. So Sergeant Kamarov has caught back up, same with Green Goats, same with Aussie Gamer, and Warriors just right there as well, but we did see he had a lot of penalties. As Zombie gets another 3-second time penalty, and that is definitely all she wrote. I think Zombie will be off the podium here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He gave it a red hot crack, but penalties, it's not done him any favours. As Sergeant Kamarov down the inside, oh my god, Kamarov is onto the grass. Panic Crow goes around the outside, stays P5. Green Goats locks up. Aussie Gamer's pushing him. Aussie Gamer's going to spin. No, it is chucking down here, ladies and gentlemen, as we on the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be so close. I think the top 4 is what the top 4 is. It's going to be from 5th place downwards. This is the battle you want to be a part of. At the moment, as RF is actually under a second of Is That Man, but it's a final lap. Nowhere to make a move yet. Aussie Gamer looking down the inside of Green Goats. No, nothing happening here yet. I don't think there might be any other opportunities. Matt, 3-second time penalty. As Aussie Gamer goes out wide.
Will Green Goats have enough fuel to get home? Because I see his red light flashing in the bottom right-hand corner.
Same with Aussie Gamer as well. But we're going to go on board with Mr. R10G71 coming around the second last corner. It's been a dominant race victory. Zombie gave it a red hot crack, but R10G around the final corner is going to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Zombie Hunter will finish P2 on track. Matt, P3. Oh, it's starting to glitch again.
Is that the glitch, or did Artem get a penalty?
No, it's a glitch. Paddy Crow coming around the final corner. 5, 6. Green Gates gets P6. Warriors gets P7. Kamarov gets P8. Aussie Gamer's had he must have dropped it somewhere. Aussie Gamer gets P7. Warrior P8. Sergeant Kamarov P9. Squidge against all the odds after disconnecting and having a lot of penalties. He gets P10. But what can Penny Pete do? Can he get 1 World Championship point? Can he do it? No, he can't. As Zombie Hunter gets driver of the day from Codemasters, let us know who was your driver of the day. What a fantastic race. Oh, wow. So it's actually R10G that wins. So for the second week in a row, Codemasters have decided to give it to RSF1, which is a shame because Matt actually got into the podium. Ninja Warrior, I love the comeback.
Artem also won that race as well because he did not get any penalties.
So it was actually RTMG, Zombie, Matt. Actually, it might have been it's RTMG from RS from Zombie. Matt gets P4. Paddy Crow gets P5. The no penalty strat has worked out wonders for him. Green gets P6. Aussie Gamer P7. Ninja Warrior P8. What a comeback drive. And we got Into the Barrier P9. Squidge, my favourite gamer tag, in the lobby, gets 1 World Championship point. Outside the 10, we got Penny Pete, Orphan Drop, Cool Kyogre, the legendary Pokemon who kept disconnecting, and the Fog 32 was our lone DNFer. And he will be spitting chips, but he did cause a safety car and it was exciting at the end. Oh, wow. Actual scenes were had here tonight. It was a lot different than last week, as my voice was gone through midway through that race. Oh dear. So, Mr. Dutch, who was your driver of the day?
It'd have to go to the Mercedes driver, Zombie Hunter. 100%. It has to go to him. He did the perfect strategy, going from the hards straight onto the intermediates. He's lucky that he got the safety car coming out of there, because unluckily the Fog ended up DNFing from that race. He was on for a good podium finish as well, I think. But I'd have to give it to Zombie.
Yeah, I agree as well. Special shout out to Artem G as well. It was a dominant race, lights the flag, Lewis Hamilton-esque. But yeah, I give it to Zombie as well. Perfect strategy, stayed out until the rain came. And yeah, so don't know if I'm going to be streaming all, like, for the whole season. It depends on the Tier 1 and RaceSpec admins on what they want to do. Yeah, so pleasure joining you in the commentary box, Mr. Dutch.
No worries, mate. Pleasure to be here.
All good, my dude. The video will be up on my YouTube channel, so hopefully someone in the Tier 1 guys can just send it through. It might be up late tomorrow because I have to get up early for work, so yay me. So yeah, until next time, it is goodbye, and I guess I'll see you on Tuesday for RaceSpec, but for Tier 2 Pacific, where I drive. See ya!